There are actually some really useful tricks to find rare items on the Steam market easily without searching through for days, or to find unusual items with a particular effect you're looking for without those results being flooded with different scams and the effects you don't want. There are also just some generally useful tips for using the Steam market you probably don't know, and this can help you better check prices for different items or specific effects and so much more. I'm going to share my list of useful links I've collected for finding items that I talk about in my videos, or to find arcanas that already have their second styles unlocked without having to grind for them, and to find unusual couriers that already have the effect in them that you want, or maybe a Terrorblade Arcana that already has the color in it that you want so that you don't have to buy it separately and save money doing so. Also, I recently made a YouTube video talking about the best value couriers for under $2. Some of those couriers were good because they had an unlockable second style, and those can be difficult to find on the Steam market, so I've included links on this page to every single courier that I mentioned in that video, all with links that will take you to the unlocked versions of those couriers on the Steam market, so you don't have to search through and find them one by one. Before I get into this, the link is obviously in the description. Please subscribe to my channel if you're interested in anything like this. I'm making consistent Dota 2 content and would love to have you around. So on the Steam market, there are a few operations that you're able to include in your searches. I've condensed a lot of those searches for the most useful things that I frequently use. So for example, at the top here, I have all of the links for all Frostbloom unusual items. So if you click this link, you'll notice that the link pre-filters out all the other effects on these items already in the results page. So you don't even have to go one layer deep to the individual item. It will show you all of the items already pre-filtered. It will show you the actual price for the item with Frostbloom and filters out all of the fake renamed items, all the fake gifted items, and all of the junk items that have different effects. This is the absolute best way to search for unusuals, which can be annoying as fuck to individually check each particular item. I have one of those searches for each of the 8 wearable unusual effects that I've shown in my videos. Skipping further down, there are 8 arcanas in Dota 2 which have a second style, which can be already unlocked when you purchase the item from the market. This will stop you from having to grind for the second style. Sometimes it's slightly more expensive to buy the version with the second style already unlocked, so you'll have to check that yourself, but these links will show you only the fully unlocked versions of the arcanas for each of the 8 that exist in the game. The middle of the page are full of links for finding coloured arcanas for the 3 items that you can actually use coloured gems. You can find some good deals occasionally checking these links. The most useful one is, in my opinion, the not default link. This link is just going to show you all of the items that have been listed on the Steam market that don't currently have the gem that the item was born with, which means at some point somebody has spent time and money and effort customizing this item at some point, so you might be able to profit from that, or just get a good deal, or get an item that you like for cheaper, or just find a cool item at a good price. On the side, I have different links for finding couriers, one each for searching colors and another for searching the effects. These links are all pretty self-explanatory. Down at the bottom, I have links which search for all the couriers which currently contain the Rubiline gem because it's my favorite color, a link which displays all the couriers that have high tier gems, and you can see what the rest are. They all do what they say they do. I have some other links that I'm adding from time to time. I have a search there which is for unlocked versions of the Golden Armadillo. So to explain how these searches work, if you want to make some of your own for your own items that you're looking for, you're able to include not operations in your searches on the Steam market. So when I'm looking for unusuals, my searches work by first searching for the effect that I want and using not statements to filter out the other effects. Where styles are concerned, you're able to search for, quote, not locked, which will search for all items without locked styles. It's important when you do this that you search with advanced options on Steam and tick include descriptions in search. Generally, you want to try and use the least amount of words possible to achieve the filtering that you need. And you can use the other categories and options to remove unwanted results further. You can search for multiple items in the same search by using a plus sign without any spaces between the end of the item's names. I've done this in searches like my top tier ethereal gems button, and some of the couriers in my budget courier list use this, like the Jade Horn and the Red Horn. Please leave a like if you do find this useful. I'm going to keep adding to this page when I find searches that I use often, or if I make any more videos with groupings of cheap items, I'm going to post their Steam market links here on this page, so feel free to share it with your friends if you think they will find it useful if they trade in Dota 2 as well. Thank you very much for watching.